Hey everyone, welcome to my channel. Today let's do one of my art gallery project. So I was supposed to do this Gautam Buddha 28 by 28 inch size, and I was supposed to submit it like 1 week back, but I was just not able to get time. But today it's Sunday, and I thought, if I will not do it today, it will take another 1 week for me to start this project. So as you can see that I did it on a rolled canvas. You have to leave a border of around 2.5 to 3 inches on all the sides, so it will help in framing in case you're using a rolled canvas. So as you can see that I got the rolled canvas, cut into whatever size that I need, and then I did this basic sketch. I at this point not I'm not going to draw anything in the background because I wanted to show the, this Gautam Buddha is floating on like a whimsical cloud. So I did the basic sketch of Gautam Buddha, and then I proceeded with this background wash with lemon yellow color and little bit of brown, which is actually burnt sienna. I have I have made a habit of remembering the names of colors, because sometimes I will just call it brown, but when you will go and buy this color in the shop, this is actually burnt sienna. Okay, so for the background, for the half section of the background, on the top side I used lemon yellow and burnt sienna, and I'm using this sponge. Actually, you get these sponges in any art stores. They are like one time use actually. So if you want to use it for the background, it is a great tool to give that cloudy, that spongy type of like texture. And then even at the bottom section, I've used this black and white, like gray shades, tonal gradation of all the gray color. That also I applied with the help of the sponge. So whenever I am actually painting Gautam Buddha, I make it a point to make the figure like very symmetrical. And even though if you are really good in sketching, what happens that when you start coloring, it happens that you never get that, your color is always a little bit outside the border. And then when you add applying layers on top of it, what happens? Your original sketching line is barely visible. So just keep that in mind when you're coloring. Don't use lot of water when you're doing like figures, like portraits or the faces. Just use enough water to make that color into applicable consistency. Now when I'm doing the background for this, when I did the background for this Gautam Buddha, I used lot of water because that was just my initial primary shade, as you can say. But when I'm doing this Gautam Buddha, the face and its hands and the hair and everything, I'm using very thick colors. And the tonal gradation, the three shades that I used for the face and the skin are actually burnt sienna and plus this cadmium yellow medium. So my darkest shade was actually burnt sienna plus little bit of cadmium yellow medium. Then the medium shade was more of yellow and less of this burnt sienna. And the third shade that I used is whatever the medium shade I used, I only added white in that. And then it was like yellow plus white for the proper, that spotlight thing. So once my this skin tone is all done, and I thought, I want to add some color. I was going to do all of this in just metallic colors like brown and yellow and ochre, but I thought I will add little bit of color. So I decided, instead of doing pink lotus, I will use that pink in his the clothing that he's like, whatever drapery that he has. So I use the color which is crimson lake, which is more like actually rose pink. But if you'll buy crimson lake, and if you'll see how it when it is like how it looks on canvas, then it looks very similar to red actually. But it is not properly red, and not like even pink, so it is between it. The number, the camel artist acrylic color number is actually 063, and the shade I'm telling you, mentioning here, it's Crimson Lake. And then I only kept applying the different tonal gradation wherever there are folds. I was making it darker shade of this same shade by adding little bit of tiny bit of black, and then Crimson Lake, then again Crimson Lake plus white, then the next shade is again more white, less of Crimson Lake, and finally the white highlights. And I'm not actually planning to blend any color here. I'm simply applying them and leaving them as it is. Only near the hands and the feet, and near his, wherever his hands are resting, around it I've added little bit of darker shades, because you have to see some shadow effect. Okay, now for the lotus, I told you, I wanted to use all this like metallic colors like brown and ochre and all. So I wanted to use a little bit of like golden color in the lotus. But if I want to show golden, then I needed the lotus to be little bit darker in shade. So for that I used this burnt umber, which is actually dark brown. Like when you use poster colors, it is actually Van Dyke brown, but if you buy the tube colors, it is burnt umber. So for the lotus, I started from the darker shade, which is burnt umber, and then I added a little bit of this lemon yellow, and then again for the third shade I added more of lemon yellow, and at the end I only did this golden color, like gold, rose gold color outline. You can't actually see here, but when you'll see the when I'll see the picture, when I'll show you the picture, uh, those golden colors, those golden lines are nicely visible. So whenever you're using golden color, I suggest that try to make like the background little bit in a darker tones, so that way those golden colors look really good. I also use that golden shade in his drapery here and there. I'm just giving little bit touches to the Gautam Buddha's face, because I thought he was looking very serious, but then I thought that he has to look serious, right? I mean, he's meditating, he's not smiling, or he's just like contemplating life, he's trying to find solution for why there is suffering and all. So I thought this expression was okay, but maybe next Gautam Buddha I'll try to make it more peaceful, like little bit of like smiling. Maybe. All right, so I use the sponge again to create that whimsical, that cloudy, that texture. So you can use the same sponge, like this. Just keep half of the side, just keep it for like lighter colors, like for the whiter shades, and other half you keep it for the darker shades. That way you can use the same sponge for the entire painting. So this is how I completed my Gautam Buddha. It's looking so good. And then finally the varnish, I had to apply the varnish, otherwise I cannot give it to the gallery, because they just frame it immediately and they'll put it on display. So once it is like framed, it's very difficult to varnish it without getting the frame damaged. So I varnished it and then I sent it to the gallery. So this was my Sunday, guys. I hope you enjoyed my video. Until next time, stay creative, my friends. Bye.